nice. That's toasty. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, hello. How are you? I was just enjoying our little magma pit here, where our Castaway can toast his tootsies when he's cold, or dry himself off when he's been swimming. He can just sit right here next to his magma block, warm up, little coal pit. He's got some stone around it to keep it from causing any fires, which of course magma blocks don't, but for the purposes of the story. Hi, welcome back to episode 6 of Oyster Boy Survives with me, Oyster Boy. Nice to see you again. Not much has changed here on the island. I have put in that magma block. I've also put in a little campfire out here. I figured that, occasionally our Castaway will maybe pull a chair out of the little tumble-down shack, and maybe just sit on the beach at night. Maybe he cooks a fish out here, or, just relaxes in the evening, looks for boats, the lights of passing ships, to see if he needs to send up a signal, that kind of thing. Not much else has changed. I don't think I've changed anything else since the last time we spoke. I worked out the plans for the signal tower. That's our big project for today. Pretty sure nothing's changed. I did make a second boat, so I have 2 boats, and I have one here and I have one over there. I don't think anything's changed down here. The mushrooms are growing. That looks good. Gonna have to harvest those. You can't get more than 5 in one place like that. Plenty of cows. Plenty of chickens. Oh, one other thing I did was I came down here and I extended this area to grow the netherwort that we picked up. And I put together a brewing stand, which has just water in it right now. I haven't made any potions. But I've got this put some soul sand down here, and I planted this area with netherwort. 1 piece of netherwort will make 3 potions, so we have plenty. That's the thing about netherwort. You hardly ever harvest it, unless you decide you want a beautiful red block, because you can make a really gorgeous block out of netherwort if you put it in the crafting table like that. You get these netherwort blocks, this gorgeous, rich red. Very good looking. I think it looks way better than a redstone block, in my opinion. In fact, I might take those redstone blocks out and replace them with netherwort blocks now that I think about it. But the big project for today is the tower, and I think we should get started. I worked the whole thing out. I have some diagrams sketched down here on graph paper. I moved the trapdoor. It was over here, where I did like it over here, but I have to move it here for the tower. The place where I had it, which I think was right there, it was just in the way. There was no way it was going to stay there and be able to put up the tower. So the tower has 3 basic sections. It has a base, and the materials to make the base are in this chest. And then it has a second stage, which is rather tall and thin, and the materials to make that are in this chest. And then it has the platform and the brazier at the top, where you light the signal fire. And those materials are in that chest. So essentially, it's just going to look like a sort of a crude watchtower with a big fire on the top. When I came up with the design, I wanted to kind of have a crisscross pattern that you see on like radio towers, where you see X's, trapezoids with X's in them, or like built out of triangles or something like that. Sort of give it that towery kind of feel. I'm not sure how well that worked. You'll have to let me know what you think. But I have everything broken down by level. This is what we need for the first level. So let's get started. I'll do part of this, and then after you get the idea, I'll skip ahead. I won't make you sit through the whole thing. All right, there we go. And then this goes like that, like that, like that, like that, and that. And then, in the center of the tower, we have the beginnings of our beginnings of our staircase, which goes up the inside of the tower. Now this half slab has to be raised up. There's one other thing we're going to need. We're going to need scaffolding here and there, so let's grab some dirt, and that's our first step up. So there will be an entrance to the tower here where you can come in and you get on this little inside staircase and spiral your way up to the top. Alright, let's do the second level. And for that we need 4 birch fence, 13 wood slabs. I'm using birch because, well, it's very visible, it's very brightly colored, and this is supposed to be a tower that people see from a distance and say, what's going on over there? I mean, we're trying to attract rescue, right? So, you know, there you go. Okay, let's get this inner step taken care of. The next thing that happens is we put a slab there. And then the next thing that happens is we put a slab there. You can see why we need this scaffolding. So now we're starting to bend around here. Okay, we need our gate to go right there. And then on either side of the gate, we have a half slab on the bottom. The lower half, like that. Right? Perfect. Okay. Right, and so then we have a half slab, half slab. I keep calling them half slabs. They're supposed to be called slabs. They're not half of a slab. They're half of a block. Right, and that goes there. That's our entrance, which when it's closed, looks like it forms a connecting bar, pretty similar to that. Now you can see how this is coming up like a peak. This is going to cross over like an X. You get it? So that's going to be our crisscross pattern. What did I do? Oh, I'm an idiot. Those don't need to be there, they need to be there. Right. Slab, slab, slab. And then clean that part out like that. Okay. Alright. You see what we have? See that peaked look all the way around, especially when that's closed? Right. Okay. We are ready to build the next level. I think, well, we don't seem to be getting any mobs. We'll keep going. Alright, so now, time to do next slab. This one's going to, next layer. This is going to have more fence posts in the corner. That. And that. And then, I believe that this one has 2 slabs in the corner like that, like that, like that, like that. Very good. And then, can I put it? I can. Good. And then a slab there. And there. Whoops. And there. And there is our X. See it? Alright, so now I guess we'll just do that. And then we put a slab there and a slab there. And we have 2 left over because we got to put in the next 2 steps. Alright. Which will be here. And there. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're getting that crisscross look. Those beautiful cross shapes. That's what we want. Alright, so now we go to the next level, and that level marks the end of the base. This is the last level of the base of the tower. On the next level, the tower will become narrower, and the next stage. This is the base stage of the tower. And the base stage ends with birch logs in the corner. Now these don't have to be birch logs. You could do this whole tower in quartz. I'm almost tempted to try that. I don't have enough quartz for it. It would look really white if we did that. Maybe too white. Okay, and then this end of this stage is pretty simple. It's just half slabs all the way around the outside in a ring like this. And when we finish up and get the next section of the tower online, you'll basically be able to walk out onto that, and you could walk around the top of the base if you wanted to. Okay, so now we have one torch. It goes there. And now we have a slab that goes here. And I think we do like that. There you go. Alright, so this gets us out on top of the base. So, if you came in, you would just come in and walk straight ahead, go this way, and up this little bendy little stairway, and out here. Now out here, starting on the inside of this open area, is where the next section goes up. And there'll be a gate right here that you'll have to open to get out onto the base. And we're going to put some torches here too. So let me add a couple more layers, and then I will cut away so you don't have to watch this boring business. And I'll cut back when I'm getting closer to the end of the second stage. But let you see a little bit of the second stage. Okay. Alright, so the first thing we do is we put a torch in every corner. We don't want creepers spawning on this tower. Okay. Now, we're going to need a little scaffolding because we got to start the inner stage. And the inner stage starts with 4 birch logs. Alright, and then next to each birch log there is a half slab in the lower half. What I call a down slab or a bottom slab. So we need 2 down slabs in every corner. There we go, we got those. And now that we have 2 down slabs in every corner, we need an up slab or a top slab in the middle. So let's put dirt block there, there, and there, so that we can put our top slab like that. The inner tower, the second section will also have this crisscrossing pattern, but it'll be tighter, denser. Okay, there's that. We are going to need, I think this is the level we put the gate on. Yeah, I've got it in my inventory. There we go. Yes, that's right. And I still have 2 slabs because we have to go in here and put in the next 2 steps, which are just there and there. Alright, let's get the dirt. And I can see that it's starting to take shape in here. It feels like I'm in some sort of a tower-like construction, doesn't it? There we go. That looks good. Starting to take shape. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You have to let me know if you like it. I mean, it is at a risk for... excuse me, I didn't mean to do that. It is at a risk for lightning strikes. That's going to be a real problem with this tower. It's made all of birch. Okay. So on the next level, we have a birch log, and that's not a birch log. I've seen birch logs, and they didn't look like that. Birch log in every corner, just like the level below. Okay, nice sturdy start. Okay, and then 2 bottom slabs in every corner. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So again, we have an X, see, but it's a tiny X. It's a little X. And this, it almost looks like a checkerboard, but the way I got around that is on the next level there'll be sort of a diamond space that's open to help give it the implication of not being a checkerboard but being an X, so that it looks more like structural work as opposed to just, you know, whatever it up. So maybe it was overkill to work out all the different levels and so forth. Okay. All right. So now we have our steps along the south side. All right. So on the next level, what we want is a bottom slab next to each fence post, like that. Bottom slab, bottom slab, bottom slab, and the bottom slab. And then of course we want steps, so we need a step there. And the second step is going to be like that. And then, between each of these bottom slabs, we want a top slab. So that one can go right there, and the other ones will unfortunately require scaffolding. There we go. There are 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to create our first opening. Diamond-shaped opening above the above the bottom. I have no idea how many times I fell when I was trying to figure out what this tower would look like and work out all the. Did I lose a piece of dirt? I guess I didn't. All right, so let me step back so you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, you see how there's almost a sort of an oval there where there's nothing in the center? That's above that bottom X, which can't really derp up and see from here. I guess we can derp up. Let's derp up and we'll take a look at it that way. There we go. We'll just derp right up. There we go. Okay, so you can see how there's a circular opening there. So you got a little X here, right? And then you have this sort of circular opening, and this is the beginning of the next X. We're going to have about 3 or 4 of those, I think, before we get up to the level where we're going to build the larger platform up there. There you go. It's coming together. Looking better. 3 more levels in this stage. Alright, keep going. Hey! Okay, so that's the second stage. Now we need to put on the top platform, which basically caps off the second stage and widens out the tower. So let's do that. That's going to require a decent amount of materials. Right, so for that we need all of these birch slabs. Oh my gork. A metric crap ton of birch slabs. Okay, so let's go on up here, work our way up the inside of the tower. Okay, and we want to put birch logs on these 4 corners. Like I said, capping off the end of the stage. Okay. And then we're really supposed to put birch planks here, but I have to use slabs. I should still have enough slabs. I think when I originally planned this out, I didn't have the planks either, and so I said, well, I'll just say 2 slabs. So we do that. And then we can join them together like that, like that, like that. Very good. And now this has to step up. So it steps up like that, and like that, and like that. And that gets us to the center of the platform. Now we need to build the platform out from here. Now, the platform from this point on isn't all that spectacular. Basically, we're just going to come out 2 blocks. 1, 2. See that? And we got to come out 2 from this side too. So 1, 2, so that you can count diagonally from there. 1, excuse me, not counting that one, but 1, 2. All right, and we got to go from here to the same distance on the opposite side, so we have this nice big platform. So let's just do that. We'll just chew through it real quick. Shouldn't take that long. I hope everybody has had a good year so far. It feels like today we're starting to get some of that January thaw. Temperatures were in the 50s today. However, January thaw is not supposed to start technically until around the 17th of January. That's generally when it happens. So, I mean, I guess it's not surprising with the whole global warming thing going on. The weather patterns are a little screwy, so the January thaw is coming a week early. Okay. Yeah, it was like -1 just a couple days ago. Alright, gonna come out 1 more. Almost done here. Hopefully we have enough slabs. Always get nervous. I'm always afraid that I'm going to come down and I'm going to have like 1, be short by 1. That's the way it always is. Alright. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we did it. Alright, so this is the platform. Now, of course, it doesn't end here. We have some structure to build on top of this platform. So let's go get some more materials. So that layer involves a lot of fence. Get that sword off my bar. Okay. Now, because the brazier, I guess you could call it, or the signal fire at the top, is sitting on top of a wooden tower, you want to make some separation from it and the wood, and you want that separation to be made of something that isn't wood. So we're going to build basically like a, I don't know what you call it, like a, I don't know, like a superstructure or a sort of a stone basket that the brazier sits on top of that separates it from the wood at the bottom. And you'll climb up a ladder to get to the top. And let's put torches in the centers of these openings here, and we'll throw one against that. And then this fence goes around the outside edge. You're up pretty high now. That would be a heck of a drop, right? We don't want to drop down there, so put in a little fencing here to protect ourselves. Hey, that was good. There we go. That's the way we do it. And that should finish that fencing right off. There we go. Alright, so now you see the outer boundaries of the platform. And now we have to build the structure to hold the brazier. So, in an effort to speed things up, I'm going to get the next few levels in my inventory. There we go. No more trips down. Alright, so now we're going to have a torch in every corner of this platform, just to keep it from spawning anything. Okay. Then we want to get this built up, so we put another one of those on like that. These are these are stone walls, which of course, if you don't have anything next to them, they make beautiful half-size stone columns. Alright, this is next level up to the brazier. Alright, so now we move on to this level, which is a little bit more complicated, but not outrageously so. This is where we build the sort of basket structure. It's just a crisscross structure. And we grow that across there. We throw that across there. We throw that across there. That across there, and then we come right to the middle, like this, like that, and like that. And I have one left over. Okay, I was getting panicky there. I was like, wait a minute, I have a piece of stone left over. What's going on? Okay. Alright, so this is the structure upon which the brazier will sit. So now, oh, yeah, and I have the materials on me to save myself the hassle of going up and down. I'm not that bright. Okay, so this part's a little tricky. We need one more ladder. There we go. Now, that's the center of the bottom of the brazier, and we want it to form like a cup. So what we'll use is these quartz stairs, but we will install them upside down like that, so that you get this lovely white cup shape. Now, where did he get this beautiful cup shape brazier? These are parts of the plane. That's the plan here. This is actually probably something, metal or something like that. Something that can take a fire and not burn, but is very brightly colored. All right. So now we're at the top. This is where the fire will be lit. And all we want to do here is just create the outer edge of the brazier. And we'll just do that with these quartz half slabs. Like this. Alright. Whew, way up high. There we go. And now we put in our magma block, which is the hot coals around our fire. I'm not actually altogether decided about the magma blocks. Oh, I'm short a block. After all that, I'm short one block. Do you believe this? I'm not 100% certain about the magma blocks. And then the flint steel to light the fire. Let's light all the magma blocks because we want them to charge up so that they glow nice and bright. There we go. Perfect. Now these magma blocks, you can't step on them, you take damage. The ladder's right here. That's it. So there's our lovely brazier with our signal fire atop it. This is our watchtower. We have a wonderful view from up here. And we're short a magma block, but we may not put another magma block in there. Reason being, I think that the fire, because it's just the center block, is kind of hard to see. I could just see the tips of the fire there. See that? And if I instead filled the whole top with netherrack and lit it all, the fire would be much more visible, I think. So I think I may want to do that. Alright. There's our tower. Let's go over here and check it out from our porch. Yeah. What do you think? I like the crisscrossing. It still seems a little dense. I'm half tempted to try reworking that so it doesn't look quite so dense. But I think we need a bigger fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to amp up the fire. Eggs, get away from me. We're going to amp up the fire, and you need 7, right? No, you need 8. 1 block in the center, 8 blocks surrounding, and we're going to need that flint steel. All right, let's get up there and do that. I was thinking to myself, the tower would look probably better if it was built out of like stone slabs, because that would almost look like wrought iron or something. But I think we've been copping out with, well, the mining company left this, well, the mining company left that. I mean, there's no way that Castaway could build a great big tower out of iron slabs. So I wanted this to be a tower that he built, which means it just had to be made of wood, mostly. A little bit of stone, okay, but all stone, no. Of course, netherrack will just burn. It will not stop burning once you light it. Ouch. Once you light netherrack, it will burn, 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 burn. It won't go out even if it gets rained on. So, alright, let's just... good, it's getting dark. Let's take a step back here and take another look at our tower. Yeah, I think that's better, don't you? That looks like a signal. That looks like a signal tower to me. Here we go. There's our beautiful tower. Alright, let's start by taking a spin over to this island. Yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. Let's get way out here. Alright, so this is a pretty good distance. And there it is. There is our signal tower. Brightly lit because of the torches. Burning to grab the attention of passing ships and planes. Drawing them in, hopefully not getting them also shot down by the Guardians in that Ocean Temple down there. Ocean Monument. Sorry, I keep saying Ocean Temple. Yeah. I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today. So, yeah, thanks for coming along. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you'll come back. Our next project, I think, is going to be to start working on the plane wreck. That's one I have to think about a little bit. And I also want to do a little bit of landscaping up this end of the island. Until then, take care, and as always, bye-bye.